Mr. Avik Day, President and Business Head, uh, Chancellor Cell at the Adamas University. Mr. Day represents an institution which has been at the forefront of education technology. And uh, I have known Professor Ujjwal Chaudhary for a long time, Pro Vice Chancellor. And during the entire COVID 19 period, I've seen Adamas University playing a very important role, bringing together educators, bringing together academicians in collaboration. Again, the same word used by Tabrez Saab, with institutions like ABP News. And they have been a pioneer, and it's always a pleasure hearing very, very learned and experienced voices from the Adamas University. Over to you, Mr. Avik Day.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Shudesh. Uh, as I am representing the industry, let me talk from an industry university perspective. I have heard a lot of good things about how technology is disrupting us from the technology leaders across the world. And let us also tell you what we have faced uh, in the university and how we are trying to cope that in this particular situation. So basically, we have two sets of, if I want to simplify, we have two sets of people. One is the students, one is the faculty. What happened to the students? The students, everybody's life was disrupted, students' life was also disrupted. But as they are young, as they are connected to the digital world from an early stage, they adapted more frequently, or they more adapted very fast. And what happened to them is that they did not became, or they did not remain only a part of a particular university. They were exposed to the whole world, and people who were good students with intellect, students with a bent of mind of searching things, they could access education from across the world. For them, the boundaries disappeared, and they started moving out, looking at various professors, various courses, various things across the world. So what happened is that the esteem of education, or the quality of education in their eyes, uh, got much more importance and much more enhanced, and they have started looking from us in that sense. If I come back to for faculty, earlier, see, we online education was there. Online education has started uh, some time back. It was what has happened, but what the way it was going on was, there was an offline education, there was an online education. There was an offline teacher, there was an online teacher. There was hardly any teacher or very few faculties who did more both online and offline. So suddenly, after this pandemic, all offline teachers has to become online teachers. So the shift in them, and they have to perform in front of their students, they have to perform in the eye of the university where people are sitting and judging them. I think they face the most of the brunt, and I will tell you that they came out magnificently well. Initially, there was a lot of hiccups, but they adapted themselves, they changed themselves, they embraced technology, they made mistakes, but they also learned, and now they are doing fantastic classes. They are taking fantastic classes by adapting technology, not only by adapting technology, by doing them themselves. I will give you a very small example. We also have a school. We also have an Adamas International School. Yesterday I went there. There was a prize distribution ceremony. I didn't know what was there, but I went there because I was called. The teachers were awarded prizes for online teaching, and the best presenter was a lady, a teacher of class 5 English. She has never touched a PPT or this kind of a teaching mechanism before this pandemic has started. I can't tell you how beautifully she has done it. So one is the student, one is the teacher. So what all this teaches us, or what all this is leading us to? It is all leading us to that we have to have a change in strategy, because the teachers are not only adopting new technology, they are also trying to sit down and redraft what they will teach. The curriculum has to change, new things has to come in, new courses has to come in, just to be up in this pandemic world to be one step up, because what we are teaching maybe 1 year back may not be relevant now. One of the panelists mentioned that very apt point. What we are teaching now, so all curriculums or most of the curriculums is getting a little enhanced, little change. So there has to be a change in strategy. If we don't have a change in strategy, then we won't be able to bring up boys and girls who will be able to cope this particular difficult world, if I may say so. So what happens to the university? The big university, brick and mortar university, there are a lot of investments has gone in. In my opinion, things will evolve because it has to be an online. I feel this is my personal opinion. It has to be an online offline model, because see, another thing we have to also understand that everybody may not be of the same intellect. Everybody cannot adapt to online uh, teaching. And also, I feel that online and offline, especially in higher areas, especially in difficult areas where there has to be a practical in place, has to complement each other. So there will be an university, there will be an offline university, there will be an online university. We have to see how best we can collaborate, what subjects can be taken online, what can be complemented and finished offline. I think this is the biggest challenge going forward the universities or any teaching institute has to face. The examinations has very successfully gone online. That is another thing which was very successfully done in our university. So the students are also coping up with the online examination thing. But I think that this is the second time this has happened. I think this is already getting stabilized. But the online offline mix, the online offline model, I think that has to come in. We have to find out a solution. We have to see how best we can put it onto place uh, for the times to come. Professor Suresh, that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mr. Day. Very, very relevant points.